shoot, I don't count none of them. So I've been single my whole life. So the colors I got are this Dark and Lovely, excuse me, and Brown Sable. And then I got Dark and Lovely and Brown Cinnamon. And then I got this dark brown semi-permanent via natural hair color. It's intense gray coverage. Don't know. We'll see. I'm gonna mix these together first, and then probably like mix them on a bowl. And then I got a little brush too. I went back for the brush. I got my gloves, and we're going to just get into it. I'm gonna dye it today. It's just like, I just feel like this color does not flatter me like at all. The roots, I tried it. I want to light color so bad, but it's just hard for me. Because I just feel like the roots just weren't doing it. So I want to keep some of this color, but darken the roots. Just give it like a more like highlighted look. I really don't know what I'm doing. I'm just doing stuff. And I was like, sure, we can put it on VLOGMAS. And if I ruin it, then I'll cut it into a bob and I'll dye it black. Like I do with all my wigs I mess up. Not that I mess up every wig, but any wig I mess up, I'm just like, who doesn't need another bob? Like, I don't think, you can't really go wrong with like black or brown. It'd be different if I was trying to like bleach it and I just like made it like shot out. But the hair is really soft. It's a really nice wig. I'll put it, if you want this wig in this color, I will put it in the description box below. It was sent to me in my P.O. box and I still have the information for it somewhere. So I previously bleached these knots, so I'm going to try, that's why I got this. So instead of just like lathering it on, and what this look like. So that's the dark brown. This I'm assuming is like the sable, and then this one's the cinnamon. I don't know, cinnamon gives me more red, so. Hey y'all, it's me. I am back. Have a shirt on. This is the next day. This is a unit dyed. The dye job did come out kind of patchy, but it really doesn't matter because I think it still turned out kind of cute. I feel like if I could do it again, I would have used just the cinnamon color, and then I would have used the dark color but only at the roots, and then I would have like faded it a little better. But it was my first time really trying to dye a unit and like keep a certain color scheme going, so I feel like I did pretty good for my first try. It still turned out pretty cute to me. I'm probably going to end up giving this unit to my sister anyway because she's a color junkie and I just can't stand color. I just feel like black is where it's at. But it's still very pretty. What else did I do off camera? Oh, I sewed a wig band on it because I just felt like they're easier, they're quicker. Like this is like perfect. Like it's not coming off. And is that it? Oh, I did the baby hairs with foam on my wig head, and last night while it was still drying, I did while the wig was still wet. So they had pre baby hairs on there, but I just wanted to cut them shorter and personalize them a little bit. They're not perfect, but you know, they work for the time being, for the purpose of this video. I think it turned out pretty cute. So to make this a little bit more interesting, on my story I asked for assumptions and questions. So some of the questions I'm going to save for a separate video, but for right now I'm going to do the assumptions. And while I'm answering my assumptions, I am going to be curling this unit. I put a couple curls on there just to see like if it will hold at the bottom, but I want to like curl it girl. So I got my mirror right here. So the first assumption about me, and for on Instagram, it's one that I get a lot. The first one is that like I'm not actually in the military. I don't know why I get this assumption so often. I don't hide that I'm in the military, but I also don't heavily broadcast it. I think it's great for people who do. I just personally feel like my job is a boring job. Like I would maybe come on and do like informationals, but as far as like what I actually do on a day-to-day basis, I'm at a deployable unit, so it's boring. We're doing trainings all the time. We're just training to deploy. When will we deploy? Don't know. But you're just always training to deploy, so that's really why I don't post it that often. But I've never heard of anybody in my life using, like, having a uniform and a unit patch and everything that I have, living in like a barracks room. If anyone's in the military, you know this is a barracks room. The ugly curtains, the bland walls. I have a barracks room tour on my channel. I'm for sure in the Army. Trust me, sweetheart, if I could quit, I would. And that's on period. I didn't think this through because I used both of my hands to curl with my flat iron. But the next one I got was relationships. My relationship status, and then like what kind of person I date. This person assumes that I'm not single. I am single. I have been single. Shoot, I don't count none of them. So I've been single my whole life. I don't count anybody I can't claim on my taxes. So I'm single. I've been single. I am currently dating, but Ashley D Beauty said on one of her rants, she was like, the dating pool is ghetto and polluted and it has urine in it. I've never felt something so deeply in my soul. And when she said that, I was like, my sentiments exactly, sis. My sentiments exactly. The dating pool is very ghetto and polluted. Don't get me wrong, I meet nice people all the time, but there's always something wrong with y'all. I mean, there's probably something wrong with me, but there's always something wrong with y'all. And I have like a phobia of dating people who I meet on social media, which is like where everybody meets nowadays. Everybody want to meet on social media. I'm not, sweetie. You're not Quavo. Somebody assumed that I am stuck up. I get that. I don't really, I'm lying. I don't really get that a lot. Probably if you knew me in person, because this person does not. If you knew me in person, I'm not stuck up at all. I'm very down to earth. Very down for whatever. I don't think anyone who knows me would describe me as stuck up. I'm actually real country. Like barefoot out in the grass country. Everyone who knows me for real is always telling me put my shoes back on. A funny one that I got, somebody said they assume that I only date out of my race. I think they were just trolling because, no. I don't discriminate. It's not that I absolutely won't. It's just that I most likely absolutely won't. But it's not like I that sounds bad. It's not like I am against it. I just don't see it in the cards for me. But I have dated outside my race more than once. Yes, more than once. I have gone out with people who were not black. And I am just black. Because that is another assumption that I got. And I get asked all the time, like, what is my nationality? I'm just black. I'm just American black. As much as I would love to be Caribbean, because culture and food and Caribbean men, I'm just black, sweetie. Allegedly, I'm Indian, but I ain't never met her, so I'm just black. You are an only child. No, I am not an only child. I have 2 older sisters and 2 younger sisters. I am smack dab in the middle. As far as my family tree goes, let's see. So my mom, I have my oldest sister with my mom, and then I have 2 younger sisters with my dad. Ooh, my best friend calling me.
Hey.
Yes.
Sometimes text my phone with foolishness, okay?
What foolishness?
Don't text my phone with no foolishness.
What foolishness, sweetie? What foolishness?
Don't text my phone with nothing.
No what I do? I didn't do anything.
Yes, you did, Mel. Don't text my phone. I just seen that. I said, ah! So when you...
So I was explaining to you guys my family tree, if you care. Basically, I have an older sister who is from my mom that I grew up with, and then I have my 2 younger sisters that are from my dad. They are twins. Y'all will probably see them in Vlogmas at the very end. So I'm going to be seeing them on Christmas Day. I'm spending Christmas with the twins. And then I have an older stepsister that I just call my sister. she is the second oldest, and she lives in the same household, or comes from the same household as the twins. She lives alone, but she comes from the same household as the twins, and I just don't call any step siblings step. So yeah, and I have a step brother as well. That's my family tree. I'm not an only child, but I am the baby. I was the baby for 10 years. They're 10 years younger than me. My sister's 10 years older than me. So I was the baby for a long time, and I was the baby in my household. So therefore, I am the baby. So if you're asking because I act a certain type of way because it seems like I'm the baby, or it seems like I'm spoiled, or I'm always up under my mama, that is true, because I'm a baby girl. I got the assumption that I live in Atlanta, but I just don't want to tell y'all where I live. I do not live in Atlanta at all. I'm in the city quite often, but I do not live in Atlanta. I live in North Carolina. My family is in between Georgia and Florida, so it's very easy for me to frequent Georgia and Florida. But no, I don't live in Atlanta. And if I did live in Atlanta, I don't know why I would not tell y'all that I live in Atlanta. I don't know. I just feel like that's such a strange thing to try to keep from somebody. Like, where I live is where I live. Of course, I'm not going to tell y'all my house number or anything like that. But where I live is where I live. And then if you really would like to know exactly, it's my P.O. box is public information for PR and for like purposes of like people sending me things to promote and my unboxings and stuff. It's public information, so it's posted on my Instagram if you want to send me anything. So no, I don't live in Atlanta. I got the assumption that I am a city girl, period. I am a city girl who is booed up. I don't have anybody. Booed up isn't like I'm very sensitive. I'm very sensitive, and I'm very much like emotional. So yes, I am a city girl, but also I be crying, and I have a good therapist. And I'm sweet, and I like to buy people gifts, but also let me drive your luxury vehicle. Take me out, fly me out. Where are we going? I'll meet you there. You're paying for the ticket. Yes, very much a city girl, but very much like very Janae. It's giving very much LMA, but very much flew out for the weekend. It's the last assumption that I'm going to do. My camera's actually about to die, so this is a perfect time to end it here. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I hope this video was fun and cute and informative, and you guys saw me do my hair. And I'll see y'all in the next one. That's it. That's all.